Alright, let's keep going with this house then. I think since the last time you've seen it, it's now got some color and features on it to make it look a little bit more realistic. And there you can see, this is the downside of this, is you can see the tiles through the window, which wouldn't be true in a real house. But anyway, we're gonna not worry about that for this particular model. I'm going to I put the 4 posts on this side as well, and then we're going to draw like sort of a bank of windows right the way along the back here that sort of just lets in lots and lots of light. So we're going to start like about here, and we're going to go, so we would like a very nice large size window, and then we're going to go here to materials, and we'll go to translucent again, and going to do it like that. Now again, I would start filling in with the window panes or divisions, whatever we call that, but I'm not going to do that at this particular time. But what we probably should do is push this in just a bit so that again we have it kind of like a window type thing, something like that. Okay, now I've got the chimney on this end, and we're going to put the extra little room on this end. All right, so here's what we do. It's not super hard, but we're going to draw like a smaller, it won't be like the complete size of this wall, but one that fits inside it. So what we're going to do is like this. We're going to go from there to about there. All right, and to about there to there. Okay, and then we will draw there, and you can see how it fills in that blue line just to tell you when you are over as far as you need to go. All right, so now we've got this area, and so I am going to pull it out. Well, I got to do all different sections, I guess, and we're going to make it, whoops, bigger than that. But again, I will just do it bit by bit. Okay, and I'm just going to put everything back. So just to see it one more time, because that was a bit more complicated, we're going to draw a line, which we will later be able to, got to get up, make sure I'm in the inside there. Okay, so we're going to draw a line from there down, and I don't need that particular line, but there's the point that I want to get to. All right, and we're going to go from there to about there, and right down to there, and then from here try to do it again by eye so that looks pretty good, and then from there to there. And I think we now have complete setting. So we have to pull these out individually, but I can do that pretty easily. And then we have at least the outside walls of the extension. So if I zoom out, we're going to have to put in the roofing tiles and maybe even make that a bit bigger. We're going to put a window, and we could even put a door or something on the end as an extra entrance into the place. But that is the basic part of that, and that's this part of the okay, so back to SketchUp, and might want to pull this out a little bit further. Just do that for right now. Let's see, so we'll pull 1, 2, and I should probably zoom in to make sure those are all even, but I'm not going to, like for example that. And again, if you wanted to, you could pull it out and we could put the gabled, that sort of roof there. I'm not going to do that right now, but you probably should put that type of roof to match that on this part here. All right. So what we want to do next is we want to put an actual big square on here to give him grass and then to put other sorts like driveway, walkways and stuff on there. So I'm going to take this tool, the square, and I'm going to give him one massive yard. So he's got an acreage. All right, so that is going to be his yard. Doesn't have to be that big, but okay. Then we're going to change it right off the bat, and I'm going to go to vegetation, and we'll choose grass. So that is the grass. Okay, and then on this side of the house over here, we're going to draw a driveway and a garage. So we're going to just move this over so we get a better view, and we're going to again put, I don't want this to actually touch the house, but I want it to come pretty close. So I'm going to go like that. Okay, and then just to let us know that it's different, this time we will go to I think I'm going to go to stone, and we're going to put like a brick type driveway there. Okay, and then on here we need to build the garage. So let's go sideways. So I would think that the garage should probably start somewhere in around here. Okay, so we'll tilt this just a little bit further, and once again we are going to draw another square, rectangle, whatever. Okay, and then right away I need to I need to make this just plain white so I can tell the difference. Alright, because I don't want to have any weird looking stuff while I'm drawing. We can put the colors back on afterwards. Alright, so let's get about the right height. Pull this up to about there. And it could be a double car garage, I would think. So just like we put the roof on before, there's the midpoint. Go up, turn it to blue, from there to there. Alright, we'll erase the middle section, and then we'll rotate around. Get rid of this, and we'll pull this out. And once again, you probably want to have the nice eave endings on the house, on the garage as well. But I'm not going to give you too much. Okay, now see how it went back and this is now empty. Just to fix that, if that ever happens, just close in with a couple of the points, 2 or 3 usually will do it, and you now have it back in. But you design your own garage. You can put like in a big double door for the cars, windows, whatever. Okay, that can be your own design. I'm not going to tell you what to do that. But we probably should have some sidewalks here. So to do that, let's draw something. I want to go a little bit like, don't want it to be too big. Alright, so we'll go there, and then we'll probably go, so we'll put the sidewalk to the house, and if we zoom in really close, we probably would want to have one as well about halfway here, something like that. Okay, so let's go to our materials again, and again for sidewalk we could just choose a gray color. Let's see if we can find something under, let's try stone again, and maybe like sort of the crushed rock look. Let's try that. Again, if we move in closer we can see it better. And if you wanted, you know, you could put like lines to make it look like a sidewalk, or you could take these lines, individual lines out to make it look seamless. But Okay, so that is the next part. But again, you finish the garage the way you want to do it. And then if you go up here to, now yours is going to look a little bit different, but this one right here, there's a, what do they call it? You get to the warehouse, okay? And then you can import a car. So if you go up to import in the warehouse and like type in car, go for a search. And again, it might look a little bit different in your version of it, but you can put these on. Now, the only downside to this is the memory. So if you want to put like a really fancy car in, and I'll go like download, I'll go yes, and blah, 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 blah. It really takes up a lot of memory. So you might be running out of room in your home directories. You may have to dump stuff. All right. And so then we come, and it's underneath the, whoa, what happened to that? Okay, we got more than a car there, so I'm just going to delete that. But you can put in a car, and I got more than a car apparently with a wall behind it, which is not going to help. But you can choose your car, truck, whatever you want to put in there. Okay, and that is most of the project. We'll come back and look at like specifics for windows and doors in probably the last section here. Alright, I've had real trouble changing back and forth between my old computer, which has Windows Vista, and my new computer, which has Windows 8. So I've gone to just some screenshots of the final project. So here it is, and here's some things I want to point out. So I imported some windows here and here, and the windows for the garage. And you can do that through the warehouse. They can look really, really cool. It'll look a lot better in the live SketchUp project than it will on this screenshot. But the problem is with these things is placing them, getting them to lie right in the right spot. Very, very difficult. So it took me a lot of time and effort to do that. It's a lot easier to do this style of window for your project. So if you want to just try one. And then you'll probably have to cut out an area of the window. Try to put the window in, then select it with the arrow key, and then use the letter S to size it and to fill it in. But I would probably stick to that style thing there. So here is more or less, I put these bushes in as well. Don't have to do that, but just to give it some extra appearance value. So I put some stairs there, put the windows, I put the door in at the end, played with the garage to make it look nicer. Put the garage door on. Again, you could draw your own there instead and just put in some glass openings there, as you can see in a normal garage door. And the back side looks like that. Again, that window there, difficult to get in, but we did it. And the roof style there and on the end of this building. So that's what your house should look like. Like you're trying to create one pretty close to this. The garage can be your own style. That's no problem at all. But the Cape Cod with the gables and the chimney, the driveway and sidewalks and all that, you should be adding those in. All right, and that will bring you to the end of that project. Good stuff.